Hi, this video is a demo on how permissions work in OneUptime. So, i- if you see my screen, I have two browsers running. Browser on the left is an admin user. Browser on the right is the project user. So if I quickly show you how things are set up. So if I go to project settings, click on teams and members. I have created this new team called DevOps team, and if I click on view team, I have this engineer Sam, which is the user on my right. And he's a DevOps engineer. So if you look at the allow permissions for this team, I have added him. I've added a permission called project member to this team, which basically gives him CRUD access to the entire OneUptime project. So if I click on this user is able to create a monitor. So let's actually quickly do that. And it's basically able to create, read, update, delete on any resource, in OneUptime, and that's the project member permissions, that we have. The other thing I actually wanted to discuss is labels, and we'll come across labels in a bit. So if I click on labels, I've created two labels for the customer. So it's customer A and customer B. So we have these two labels in OneUptime so far, and you can actually create any number of labels that you like that you desire. So if I start, so let's say I want to create a monitor for customer A. So I can say customer A monitor. I'll have this as manual for now because that's simple. Uh, Click on create, and I can attach this monitor with customer A label. I'll actually do the same for customer B as well. Uh, Customer B monitor, click on manual, attach the label for customer B as well. And once I do that, I want to have the user on my right. So if I click on refresh here, the user on my right can read all the monitors, but actually want to narrow down his permissions. So I want to uh, let this user read only customer A monitors. How do I do that? So if I go to project settings from my admin side of things, click on teams and members, go to his team, which is the DevOps team. Instead of having permission as project member, I can actually delete this permission. I can actually have a permission called read monitor. So this user can only read customer A monitors. And when I do that and I hit refresh, you basically see customer A monitors here as here in the list. And I can do a whole bunch of things as well. So I can say this user can read customer A and customer B monitors. And if I hit refresh, you'll see both of these things in the list. If I don't have any labels attached, the user will be able to read all the monitors. So there's no restrictions attached so far. So if I hit refresh, all three monitors. So if I want the user to, so that's basically how allow permissions work. I'll quickly dive into how block permissions work as well. So if I want to, if I need the user to read all the monitors except customer A, so the user should be able to read customer B monitors, monitors without labels. The user should not be able to read customer A monitors. I can actually do that here as well. So if I delete this, and I'll quickly switch this back to project member permissions. And if I hit refresh, all three monitors make sense because it's a project member. They have CRUD access to the whole project. If I click on blocked permissions and if I say read monitor, the user, let's assume I don't want the user to read customer B monitors, but all the monitors. So I can select customer B from this list. So I have blocked this particular user to read customer B monitors. And if I hit refresh, I should see customer A and no labels attached. And I can actually customize these permissions in any way I like. I've given you an example for monitors, but you can actually do it for incidents, for status pages, for any resource in OneUptime. And that's basically how permissioning work. Um, I've also given you an example of read permissions, but you can actually do the exact same thing for edit permissions, for write permissions, for create permissions, for delete permissions. Any of that would work in exactly the same way as well. Uh, Please let me know if you have any questions. Happy to support you in any way we can. Please contact support@oneuptime.com. Thanks so much for listening.